Tell me about Suna, since, you don't know her very well. She's a bit odd, I have to say. She doesn't talk much. I'm not really sure how to vibe with her, She seems like she's not in a very good mood most of the time. But earlier today, she told me about Welkins? Sal grimaces, as if it's the first time hearing the word. And she seemed oddly happy, like she had some idea with those little creatures. Some artistic idea. I didn't really listen, I was busy with my mic.
What about Tiago?
Oh, the crab man, she shudders. Still gives me the creeps, the way he moves, but he doesn't actually come down that much. Just climbs around the rafters. I just try and stay away from the crab man, but he talks to Noid. They seem to have some thing going on. Oh, they're getting together, that's so cute.
You have horrifying little emo crab babies. Right. Oh, he talks to Noid? What for?
Beats me. Noid said they get along somehow. Both crazy enough, I guess.
What does he do up there?
Who knows, she shrugs. He doesn't really answer our questions, see? Not that it's easy to ask him. What are we supposed to do, yell up at the tower?
Thanks. Well, about the others. Tell me about Andre.
Andre? Well, he's a cool guy. Doesn't really come off as one, but he is. To me, at least. He takes care of shit. Sorry, I mean he's got vision of what life should be, He tries to push things until everything falls into place. He's an organizer.
Tell me what he has organized.
Nothing, but then again, there's nothing to organize around here either. He really wants this church thing to work. Must have taken it as a sign when he found it abandoned like that. Said it was an augury. I don't know where he got that from. Andre's not super intelligent. I've never seen him so psyched about anything though. And he's often psyched. Looks sort of desperate. Like it's his last chance or something. Maybe he was just high. I mean, not that he does drugs, just high,
On his mother's love. Now, relax, girl, we're police officers, but we're corrupt. Run to the marrow. You tell us about drugs and shit, I don't give a fuck now. On his mother's love?
Yes. Anyway.
Is Andre your boyfriend?
Yeah, she nods.
Tell me about the others.
Who do you want to know about?
Tell me about Noid.
He's a Farburger, I guess. Like the rest of us. Okay, maybe not Egg, I don't know about him, but Noid and the rest of us are from Fauberg, making the pilgrimage up north to visit the Palaceum. He's real hardcore about the lifestyle.
What does he do?
What do you mean do? Like for a living?
No, I meant for breakfast. Of course for a no, yes. Why would I be such a dick? We were good people to these people.
He's a carpenter. Trained and all, he's very good. He just doesn't have the mindset to work like that. In a shop somewhere.
And what kind of mindset is that?
He abides by the hardcore, sir. You would have to ask him yourself.
And you?
Sir,
she gives you a switchblade smile.
I abide by the law.
A strange feeling, like before, when you caught her lying better than she should have. Every now and then something feels off about the way she speaks. She doesn't exactly change tone, but you feel as though there's more about her than she lets on. What is this pilgrimage you're talking about?
It's just something our poor Fauberg kids do every spring to pass the time. We walk the entire length of Boogie Street up to Jamrock, or as much as that's possible.
Why wouldn't it be?
I don't know, man. Have you been down Boogie Street? It's a little bewildering.
Oh, I'm sorry. Have I not told you? I'm a raging alcoholic who recently drank himself into oblivion so deep he can't even remember what sounds like the biggest street in the city. Now, let's just say I haven't been down Boogie Street.
Okay, then you should go and take a look, I guess. Boogie Street is cool. It's got a lot of immigrants and all kinds of different people.
I might just do that if I make it there alive.
Yeah, I hope you do.
Well, tell me about the others then. What's the deal with Egghead?
What do you mean?
What does he think when he yells all that stuff? And what does he think he's doing when he yells all that stuff?
Oh, that. He's the party boy.
What's a party boy?
I know that music doesn't really do vocals in the traditional sense. Vocals are thought of as rock. That's to say they're a bit backwards. No offense if you like rock music. Yeah, you better not be fucking offending me, Sal, with your stupid fucking Nazi haircut. Rock music is cool by me. Oh, then I'm very sorry. You're not a Nazi. A bit. Pachoo, sweesh! Your credentials as the resident future man of Revachol are being questioned. Show me you're hip with the times, Gramps.
Oh, damn right. Rock music is the coolest. Rock music forever. Oh,
I'm the future man. I'm Adam Rock in the 30s, stupid rock. No, I love rock.
No offense taken. Go on.
Anyway, even if you don't have vocals, you still need something to say every now and then, right? To urge things on. That's where the party boy comes in. He basically just stands on the stage and dances and yells how awesome everything is. It's very catchy. I understand. People are usually afraid to do things if others aren't already doing them. Dancing makes you dance, like sneezing makes you sneeze, or yawning makes you... He looks around, a little embarrassed at the enthusiasm of his interjection. Anyway, where's he from? How long has he been with you guys? Actually, we don't really know where he's from, or who he is, really. One time we were out partying, somewhere in backwater Faubourg, maybe even Coal City. I can't remember, maybe it was Coal City. The worst of the banlieues, a wretched heap of closed-down mines even west of Jamrock, on the dusty slope of Mount Martin, the remotest possible area of Revachol. No one even wants to exploit those people anymore. Egg was yelling along to some jam someone was spinning all night long. Just kept yelling until he didn't have a shred of a voice left. When the sun came up over the mines, there were mines? Yeah, it was in Coal City, she nods. Egg came with us. He made this wheezing puppy dog sound all the way back. Couldn't even speak. It was definitely Coal City because it took us 2 days to walk back into the foe. He just wheezed the whole way. We never really asked him why he came with us or who he was. I think his name is Jermaine. People are sweet, she says quietly. You can see it must have been a great night. Memory causes her to go silent for a moment or two. Wish you'd been there. No, I really don't. Tell me about the others. Actually, do tell me about yourself. Me? Again? Yeah, I forgot. Tell me about yourself. I told you, I'm a silver bird. What does that mean? It means I don't answer questions about myself. There's more to you than you let on. What am I not seeing? Alright, she picks up the tape recorder and looks you in the eye. There is. You have to answer to me. Is there a law that would stop me from lying, though? That would depend on the circumstances. Lieutenant taps his foot. Fair enough. Thank you. Well, I think that's it. Actually, that's it for now. See you later, Estelle. You are an interesting being. I'm gonna go and talk to this arsehole because I really want him to shut up. I might genuinely turn the volume down here. It's very much annoying me.
Place to be! Make some noise, my church people!
Large speakers are set up behind the young man, blasting a familiar song. A hawthorn tree on Rue de St. Ghislaine tangled in its branches. Something bronze flutters in the wind. He stands on stage behind a table, nodding along to the music and waving his hand in the air. In front of him, the audio mixer, one reel spinning. The other reel deck is empty. Cables run hither and thither. Did you really say hither and thither? Is that really a thing that was said in 2019? Okay, it's 2020 now. Oh my god, it's 2020. It's 2020! The world is going to end! On one side, you see an auxiliary line in with the number 4.5 written next to it. How do you like it in the church? Yeah! Back on the case, no disgrace! He bumps his fist in the air. Bring it down to the party play! I hate you so much. The first page, the second chapter. His voice echoes all around the grand hall. Could it be? Maybe for him, you only have a chapter or two left in you. Oh, sorry, maybe for him, you only have a chapter or two left in you. Last of the penultimate, more like. Well, see you later, Egghead. We'll deal with the tape later. And you, Andre, you're next.
Yeah, it's all set up, man. Can you already imagine 1,000 people in here? 10,000?
No, because that's incredibly impossible. He waves his hands in an unbelievably lame, non-hardcore manner.
Vibrations, totally transcendent. And I've finished setting up the new compressor too.
He looks at the imposing black box in the corner that's churning out the sound.
The only thing left to do is the name of the club. Will you do the honours, detective?
Kim, how would you name the club? They wouldn't. They wouldn't build a club and they wouldn't name it either. An underground place with no name? Sounds like something the Crabman would say. We're not going with anything the Crabman would say. Why not? The Crabman has ideas, Estelle. Ideas from another level of consciousness. I don't care. I don't like the Crabman. I don't like his ideas. His ideas are spooky. Next, please. What do you propose as the name, Andre? The name. He appears to mull it over, one hand idly touching his hair. Everything I managed to come up with just sounds wrong. Andre's overthinking it, says the girl with the microphone. Yeah, you should do it, detective. Speedfreak with the yellow beads around his neck is looking at you. It'll be good for the signs. Noid's right. You've helped so much, it's the right thing to do. Estelle, what would you suggest as the name? How about something simple like The Club? Too modern, Andre shakes his spiky head, and too ironic. We don't want ironic, we want real and true and beautiful. Like the morning after a rave. That's not beautiful. That's very much painful. Egghead, you must have a lot of ideas. Kokata! The freak with his large head yells to the stage, waving his hand in the air. The place to be! Kokata? The zone of ecological catastrophe? It's too morbid, Egg. Got anything else? Hardcore! A Willis' victorious smile adorns his face. Hardcore to the mega! Now, it has to be bigger than hardcore. Andre looks worried as he comes to the realization. Yeah, it has to be even bigger than hardcore to the mega. It has to be bigger than the scene. Noid, give me your 2 cents on the issue. The Amnesia. I can't remember the name of the club, Amnesia? Amnesia! It's not Amnesia, guys. Sooner, you got an opinion on this? I don't. Good, we have too many opinions anyway. I think I've come up with a name. Oh my god. You have? Andre stops touching his hair. Well, what's the name? Disco Elysium. No truce to the Furies, rubber show at Disco Elysium. Like that DeLorean word for the world, you mean? Elysium? But Disco Elysium? She looks unsure. Isn't it wacky? Disco's kind of gone, isn't it? Forgotten. The past is the future, but the future is dead. No, it's beautiful. Beautiful and brave, like we want to be. And sure, and memorable. It's settled then. Everyone welcome to the Disco Elysium. A light beam washes over the dance floor, bathing it in blue. Violet blue. Andre breaks into a frenzied dance. This is not a frenzied dance. This is like something on a kid's channel. What is that? Oh, that is so embarrassing. Ugh. It's like Irish river dancing on lots of ketamine. Andre breaks into the frenzied dance-like motion to celebrate the name. Someone turns up the beat. You should go with the flow. Join in on the experience. Start tapping your foot. Feels good. Feels right. What is this? What is this thing that Andre is doing with his limbs? Hey, what are you doing, Andre? I'm dancing. He performs yet another strange pattern of moves, but it doesn't look very cool or modern. Honestly, it looks kind of lame. That's softcore gyrating as opposed to be dancing? Am I about to try and teach a kid how to dance? This ain't gonna go well, is it? Why is my volition so low? Oh, because I'm so sad. Okay, hold on. Wasted a lot of magnesium, but I'm not having my volition that fucking low. I'm gonna boost my conceptualization. There we go. Why not? We should talk about it. We should talk about your so-called dancing. Yes, my man. No words, just dance. Oh my god. Dance fever incoming. No. He jumps up and down with glee. His moves punctuated by the stroboscopic flash of the lights. It's a white check. I can't retry. My composure is kind of terrible, though. I mean, it's an impossible check. We gotta do that right, don't we? I've been meaning to ask you. What's with the hair? It's to express my individuality. Is it important for you to be an individual? Of course it is. Otherwise, I'd be just another poor guy with no education and no money. General issue, man. Now I'm all that, and I have radical spikes. Fair enough. He looks at the molten toothbrush. Maybe it was a bad idea. Anyway, I'm gonna go get something to eat, guys, and I will be right back, and we're gonna talk to the Noid boy. And I am full of garlic bread, and I have returned. Hello, everybody. Right, so what the hell do we do next? We haven't spoken to Noid, we haven't spoken to her. I know I want to do the dance, but right now it's currently impossible, and I don't feel like sitting here forever trying to make myself dance. So where the fuck you talk to Noid, you prick? Noid loves you now, right? He deserves a word.
I can't believe you got us in.
He looks around the hall, examining the carpentry, with wonder in his sharp eyes.
I don't know if you've noticed this about me. I'm a little suspicious of authority. You really
Just
came
a little
through
bit.
the hardcore underground.
Hell yeah, I did. Man, you look really cool in this light. You look like some kind of terrifying vampire. I like how in this game, a lot of the actual, like, character models look way cooler than the portraits. It's weird.
For the hardcore underground.
But then Kim's is
How
awesome.
come?
He looks around, he spreads his arms, looking around at the Speedfreak setting up shop. Andre is busy cutting some slightly less lame, but still quite ungainly shapes on the church floor, sweating profusely. Estelle, using her contact mic to listen to a tree underwater. The one with the large head is blasting the dance track on repeat, while the stained glass window behind him is rattling from the bass. Sire, the tent was a security risk, and in here, sanctuary. 'Twas only noble of you. Better here than in that tent. It wasn't safe.
Okay.
The lieutenant keeps it laconic. What he means is, you're right actually. The tent was a safety hazard and this place was deserted anyway. Noid, what do you think about the church? It's a miracle of carpentry. Dead bodies carved into total shapes. Now it can be something more. He rubs his hands together. You say that as a carpenter yourself? He shakes his head. I don't say it much anything as a carpenter anymore. I tried to make me into a reckoner and a leveler. Maybe a bit manic, you know. I regret the time I dedicated to that profession. That worker collective. I say things more as a member of the hardcore side arts community these days. You're not going to ask me how I knew? Why? You're a cop. I carry carpentry tools. Yeah, I probably should have worked that one out myself, huh? How old do you think this church is? Over 300 years? That's right. The first settlers built it, plus 6 more like it, on the coast here. It's one of the first things they did. It must have been really scared of something. I understand. Alone on an uninhabited archipelago, forced to face themselves in nature, pre-industrial quantities of solitude, the sea, perhaps something more fundamental. He means something paranatural. He must. I would want to build a safe place for myself and my own as well. His voice echoes in the wooden cavern of the church. What style is this church built in? A cop who's into building critique. He taps the floorboard. Okay then, this is folk DeLoreanism. Lawmonger, sorry. It's a subset of DeLorean architecture. Okay. And what is DeLorean architecture like? Total. Everything between an ancient concrete cathedral and a glass cube is DeLoreanism. It's just a homespun version of it. Folksy stuff, early mass production. They made thousands like this. Does that help you out? What would a DeLorean building look like? Like that woman there. He nods towards the stained glass window. Vertical, thin, white, a false image of grandeur. Source of the system is up there and you're at the bottom. They really dug that power vertical. Light shaft, large and intricate structures, arches, spires. Put you down with them. They were really into painting everything white too. Virginal shit, you know, marriage shit, virtue and tyranny. This church isn't painted white as far as I can tell. So that's the reason it used to be white on the outside. He peeks out of a small window in the dark, before the sea wind took all the paint off. Year after year, flake after flake, whitewashed clean, then covered in green moss. Slowly peeled by the wind, your skin crawls from the sensation as you look around. It was probably white and gold with light red flower motifs, or I assume that's meant to be motifs. Part of you, assumed to be lost in nerve damage, knows this style to be Ubi DeLoreanism. Is there such a thing as Ubi DeLoreanism, or did I make that up? True. He crosses arms and nods. Herdsman of the Ubi sun. Islands came here on the first boats. Their version of DeLoreanism could be what we're standing in. The Ubi are known for their partiality to socialism and sheep. Oh no. They come from an island called Ubi Sunt, drifting in the pale off the coast of Vespa. It's the only place in the world that has a question mark in its name. Oh, I see, okay. I thought that was like a weird grammatical error. Things are not well there. It's an island of poverty and anthropogenic collapse. What did you mean by dead bodies? Dead bodies of perennial plants. He taps on the wood. Sigma functions have left this place. It's a good thing we came along. Spiritual collapse has been total. Spiritual collapse? I saw some piglets suckling their dead mother. Have you ever heard this one, cop man? He continues without waiting for an answer. After a short while they shuddered and went away. They had sensed that she could no longer see them and that she wasn't like them anymore. What they loved in their mother wasn't her body, but whatever it was that made her body alive. End of quote. This is a high quality carcass. He kicks the floorboard. The power of anodic beats in our base is needed to reanimate it. Well, where's that quote from? A Saray's man who lived a long time ago. An ancient hardcore brother. What you're saying is you're not a big fan of the Innocentic system. A 3,000-year-old tyrannical regime of history, built and maintained by hundreds of generations of self-appointed intellectuals. He looks around. It's false core. The way he says it, the false in false core is invested with 20 kilotons of disgust. But you guys said the were all about love and hardcore before, remember? I only said unity. One word. Figures of authority always misquote you. He points to his friend. Andre doesn't care about the he just wants the operation to run smoothly. And Egg is a demi-beast. You should listen to what people say. You should listen to what they are. And you propose dance music will supplant the system. Anodic dance music. He nods. Regular dance music wasn't hard enough. And yeah, I do. How do you like the glasswork? I don't. He looks over his shoulder. Fucking giving me the evil eye. You wanted to get inside the church and now you don't like the stained glass window? I didn't know it was in here. He cracks his neck. You have to get rid of it. Dismantle it. Can't dance with a giant mass murderer looking at you. Not a good look for the club. Mellow, man, mellow, yells his friend. No one's a mass murderer. This is a house of love. Mass murder on the floor! But she's pretty. Yeah, but like who isn't accused of being a mass murderer these days? I do feel like there's something terrifying about her, but there is. But she's the innocence of humanism. Seems to be a pretty big deal around here. Humanism leads to eating sugar and pigs. Humanism was invented to mass-produce billions of humans. Billions of humans can mass-produce hundreds of billions of pigs. And many, many more tons of sugar. She like games, a legacy, the thing we're living. It's in real life. Strategy for some kind of victory against a long-dead opponent, but yeah, I'm only the Noid. What do I know? But she's pretty. She invented the beauty you're feeling. She had glass cutters and iconographers. He turns to look up at her face. You set the standard, alright. Then you meet it. It's effective like that. But it's also very soft of core. A so-called beauty of hers. It's anything but soft core. It's terrifying. The young man nods. He looks worried. He may be onto something, Copper Man. He's got those mass murdering hips. I do feel there is something terrifying about her. There is. She is a party repellent and must be taken down before we can begin partying in here. No! Keep it. Keep the beautiful sharp shards. Keep a long face in her hair. The Speedfreak's eyes narrow with suspicion, as if he's looking at a man possessed. It's not coming down. People are gonna love it. It'll be like our thing. His friend keeps dancing. Plus, it keeps cold and rain out. Isn't she supposed to be the embodiment of the world spirit? The world spirit does not have a body. It has organs. Hardcore is an organ of the world spirit. He raises his left hand. This is also Arno van Eyck track. This Arno van Eyck track is an organ. The carpentry and glass cutting that built this house are also organs. She's a thief, if you ask me. Organ thief. All innocences are. Yeah, but like, who isn't accused of being a mass murderer these days? No one says Arno van Eyck is a mass murderer. The Anodic pioneer Rapevolt is not a mass murderer. He's not accused of mass murder. Likewise, no one says Jermaine Egghead or Andre are mass murderers. You can live entirely outside that suspicion. Billions of people will go about not being guilty of mass murder. He nods up. Just not her. Would you say she was, human? The young man stretches his ribcage made of suspenders. I like this question, Cop Man. She did not live the life of a human. She lived like someone who was playing a game. Life of an operator. It's not the life humans are meant to live. She was adored. Humans aren't. Don't know about you, but they hate me. And they do not think I'm innocent. Some shit like that. She was a player. She played yeah, they hate this too, point to yourself. They loved her. Put all their love in her and forgot about the rest of us. The young man lets go of his suspenders and they hit his chest with a slap. Yeah, I'm done talking about him. I don't want to think about her anymore. What a strange choice of words. Caustic. Overflowing with negativity. That can't be healthy. What's happening here? Why do you keep coming back to this window? I don't know. Well, you shouldn't. You shouldn't come back to it anymore. Stop talking about it, please. How are you settling in? I'd say, Cop Man. Signs in here are distinctly wild. It'll take a while before everything's properly synced. I did get to talk to Crabman, though. Ah, you mean Tiago? Anyway, he's been giving me kind of a psychic rundown of the place. Dude's seen some crazy shit. He's actually a lot like us. You mean all his mother's love stuff isn't too spooky for you? Have you been listening to what Eggman's been saying? Love is hardcore, man! And a mother's love is the hardest core of all. The man picks up on stuff. He knows a lot about the church. Got a lot to learn from him. Good thing you didn't squash him. Huh. What did Tiago tell you about the church? Crabman's been lurking here for a while. He's experienced things that give off bad signs. As far as we can tell, the Ubi's built this place about 380 years ago. There's a sarcophagus. Do you mean there are dead bodies in here? Not like a literal sarcophagus, I'm being metaphorical. What's it for? Encasement, confinement, there's something they were afraid of. Something new and unheard of on the Isola. He looked up into the darkness beyond the beams. I think that's what the Crabman is experiencing when he climbs around upstairs. Like this is some old world shit the Ubis had heard about, and thought the best way to deal with it was to build a church surrounding it, to contain it. Contain what exactly? I don't know. And it's not something they properly understood either. What it does, but it's what this Sooner person's looking for and trying to measure. He nods towards the woman. It'll be fruitless though. She won't be able to measure it. People like that always want to measure everything, and all those things they really can't. The wood creaks as a gale blows by outside. Dust particles fall through the darkness, settling down on the age-bleached floorboards. Structure does not feel particularly durable. This building seems less than structurally sound. It's pretty fucking unsound if you ask me. Should have built a club for an Odin music around it instead. An Odin music will definitely contain whatever we're dealing with. Words echo in the chamber, and if it can't, well, he shrugs non-committally. What makes you think Sooner's gonna fail? Seems to be the trend around here, don't it? You can't measure shit like this. It's not like with substance. I found a Doom commercial area in Martinez proper. Maybe it's the same thing the Ubis were trying to contain. The young man rubs his chin in silence, then mumbles like a concentric ring spreading out. Struggling villages. And that is what caused the communards to fail defending the beachhead. Yeah, a lot of failure's gone down around here. Think there's any merit to the theory? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It's not a thing we can answer, Copman. Even I have limits. I'm a limited psi person. Well, if it's without substance, I guess there's nothing to worry about. Maybe you can figure things out, Copman. I think we're on a good level here. Sign's syncing up well. What's with the clothes? They're hardcore. That's it? They're just clothes. Are they? They look outlandish. No, these are just boring, normal, hardcore clothes. That, he points to your necktie, that's outlandish. It's my friend and accomplice. Makes me party harder. I could see that. You've partied very hard for a very long time, haven't you? Looks like you're trying to hang yourself with it. So large, too. So many different patterns. It's crazy, man. I like it. You suddenly realize that the patience and respect this Speedfreak has shown for you is partly because of your style. He's probably not like that with everyone. Respect to the man! Know some more about this place. Take care, Noid. Yeah, I think we're done.
Yes, what is it?
How's the project going? I see that your neighbors have moved in, but all I hear is Nordic dance music. What? She leans closer, eyes knitted together in a puzzled expression. What did you say? You can barely hear her over the thumping bass of Nordic dance music. I said, how's the project going? I can't hear you, she shouts, pointing at the enormous speaker that's churning out the sound. The music is too loud. Project, how's it going? Oh, the project? Her face lights up for a second before she gives you an exaggerated head shake. It's not going well. Why? There's that guy, she points at Egghead, who is raving behind his turntables on a brightly lit stage. I need him to plug a 3.5 cable into the auxiliary app input so that I can route the audio signal through the mixer into the speakers. Why don't you just ask him? He doesn't listen to me. He only ever seems to care about hardcore and Yikokata. A place to be, apparently. I'll speak to him, see what I can do. Thanks. Maybe you can get through his magic rhymes. She does jazz hands to mock him. Let me know how it goes. Okay, that is absolutely something we can do. Oh god, the song had just finished as well. It was nearly time.
Yeah!
I hate you.
Harder
You're the worst one. Egg, you're worse than Kuno somehow. Egg, can you please route Suna's signal through your speakers? It's the Mega! Yeah! He gets serious. I can route it through auxiliary. What kind of cable does she use? 3.5 or 4.5? It's 3.5. No doubt about it. It's on the ground. Oh. She uses 3.5. An uncomfortable pause follows. And the auxiliary line is 4.5mm. These two don't mix. Oh no. The lieutenant closes his eyes. You're going to be in this church forever. Don't worry, I have an adapter for it right here. He searches for the cable on the ground and picks it up, looking at the jack. Hang on, this is a 4.5? Oh, we're all good, people. With a grin, he sticks the plug into the auxiliary line in. You hear a satisfying click. Great, someone got through to him. Okay, let's get it all set up. Can we turn off the music, please? Egg, the music? Everybody! Don't panic! I'm just gonna turn off the Ono just for a sec. The young man shouts as he clicks a switch on the mixer for a special scheduled event. The Ono will be back! We're doing something else for one moment. He turns to you. Alright! Go tell her that Egghead is ready to rave to her tunes. And then I'll turn off the music. Alright. Bye, Egg. Is this actually gonna be it? Is this gonna be the fucking thing?